Hello from SourcePoint. My name is Joan Pierce. I hope you're ready to think today, so grab your paper and pens. This is the 8th Mini-Mind Aerobics. If you've missed the other ones and want to go back and pick those up, you can go to mysourcepoint.org/online programs/. There's all kinds of videos there, so we hope you will take advantage of those. So I'm going to be moving pretty fast today, so if you need to think, please pause the video. I will go over each question and read it twice, and then I'll go over the answers. We've got some jokes today and some challenges as well, so I hope you will enjoy challenging your brain with me today. Happy thinking. So here we go. The first part that we're doing is problem solving. So for those of you that haven't joined before, there's going to be 4 parts. And these are numbers. And the answers that you put in your paper for each step will either subtract or add, and then you'll get your final number. I'll go over the answer once we're done. But let's see how you do. Let's see if you can get it all by yourself. So, part number 1, the total number of sides on 2 triangles plus 4 squares plus 3 hexagons. So the total number of sides on 2 triangles, 4 squares, and 3 hexagons. So I'll give you a little bit of time to think on that. Or you can pause it. From that number, you're going to subtract the number of feet in 1.5 fathoms minus the number of feet in 1.5 fathoms. Subtracting again the number of feet on a healthy insect minus the number of feet on an insect. And finally, the last step, subtract the number of colors in the official rainbow minus the number of colors in the official rainbow. So you may pause me, or we can go over the answer together right now. So first, I asked you the total number of sides on 2 triangles. That would be 6 sides there. 4 squares, you'd take 4 times 4 and get 16. So right now we're at 22. And then lastly, I asked you 3 hexagons. A hexagon has 6 sides. I remember that because the word 6 has an X and a hexagon has an X in it too. So that's how I remember how many sides are on a hexagon. So to 22, we added 18 to get 40. So your first answer is 40. Minus the number of feet in 1.5 fathoms. You'd have to know how many feet were in a fathom. And if you've been attending my classes, you would know that there are 6 feet in 1 fathom. So 1.5 fathoms would be 6 plus 3 would be 9. So 40 minus 9 is 31. So at step 2, you're at the answer 31. Minus 6, there are 6 feet on an insect. So 31 minus 6, so we're at 25 for step 3. Then I asked you to subtract the number of colors in the official rainbow, which is 7. And we remember that by Roy G. Biv. The R stands for red, the O for orange, Y is for yellow, G, green, B, blue, I, indigo, and V, violet. And so we had 25 minus 7 So your final answer is 18. So I hope you got it right. So after all that thinking, let's have a few jokes. I'd like mornings better if they started later. I know we have some people that don't like mornings out there. So that's why these are nice. You can watch them anytime you want. I hope they give us 2 weeks notice before sending us back into the real world. I think we all need the time to become ourselves again. And by ourselves, I mean lose 10 pounds, cut our hair, and get used to not drinking at 9 a.m. Our new monthly budget has really changed. 0 money for gas, 0 money for entertainment, 0 money for clothes, and groceries is $3,000. How true that is. Low maintenance ladies are having their moment right now. We don't have nails to file and paint, roots to dye, eyelashes to remake, and are thrilled not to have to get dressed up every day. I've been training for this moment my entire life. When this quarantine is over, let's not tell some people. I stepped on my scale this morning. It said, please practice social distancing. Only 1 person at a time on the scale. And, not to brag or anything, but I haven't been late to anything in weeks. And I could wear the same earrings that I wore in high school. So hopefully you enjoyed a few chuckles there. In this next section, there are 12 questions. All of the answers that you're going to write on your paper will begin with the letter S, as in superior, savvy, spectacular, super duper. You get the rules. So all of your 12 answers will begin with the letter S. Okay, here we go. 1, backyard splash spot. Number 1, backyard splash spot. And so your answer, which has 2 words, will begin with the letter S. So the first word begins with S. Number 2, your clues are cards for 1. Cards for 1. Looking for 1 word there that begins with S. Number 3, honey seekers all abuzz. Honey seekers all abuzz. So you're looking for a 5-letter word there that begins with S. Next, schoolyard lunch staple. Schoolyard lunch staple. And this answer has 8 letters. Don't make it too hard. Number 5, profound pontificating from the pulpit. Number 5, profound pontificating from the pulpit. So that S word has 6 letters. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause me. Number 6, a Jewish cathedral. A Jewish cathedral. Number 7, Chicago's Empire State Building. Chicago's Empire State Building. That answer has 2 words to it. The first one begins with the letter S. Number 8, 1 base hit or a 45 record. 1 base hit or a 45 record? One word there with 6 letters. Number 9. These are important to fish and dieters. These are important to fish and dieters. 6-letter answer. Number 10, he said, "Do you think I'm sexy?" He said, "Do you think I'm sexy?" His last name begins with the letter S. Number 11, I'm going to give you 3 words, and your answer is going to have 9 letters in it. Frightening Ray Bolger. Frightening Ray, last name is Bolger. And number 12, this is the last one for this series. Very wise herb. Very wise herb. And your answer will have 4 letters. If you'd like to pause and take some time to go back and finish your answers, you may, but right now I'm going to go over the answers. So all your S answers. So number 1 is swimming pool, backyard splash spot. Number 2, cards for 1 is solitaire. Number 3, honey seekers all abuzz. It's a swarm of bees. Number 4, schoolyard lunch staple is a sandwich. Number 5, profound pontificating from the pulpit is a sermon. Number 6, a Jewish cathedral is a synagogue. Number 7, Chicago's Empire State Building is the Sears Tower. 1 base hit or a 45 record is a single. They are important to fish and dieters. Scales. Fish have scales and dieters use scales. He said, "Do you think I'm sexy?" He was Rod Stewart. Frightening Ray Bolger is a scarecrow. He played the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. And finally, number 12, very wise herb is a sage, S-A-G-E. For this next portion that we're doing, all of your answers will involve bread. All of your answers will involve bread, B-R-E-A-D. Yes, you heard me correctly. There are 8 questions in this segment. So let's see how well you do with the bread answers. Number 1, what fairy tale characters left a trail of breadcrumbs to guide them back home? What fairy tale characters left a trail of breadcrumbs to guide them back home? Number 2, what makes bread rise? What 5-letter word makes bread rise? Number 3, what type of French bread is shaped like a long tube? What type of French bread is shaped like a long tube? Number 4, what does most bread have that a person with celiac disease can't tolerate? What does most bread have that a person with celiac disease can't tolerate? We're looking for a 6-letter answer there. Number 5. What type of Mediterranean bread sometimes includes a pocket? What type of Mediterranean bread sometimes includes a pocket? You're looking for a 4-letter answer there. Number 6. In the Lord's Prayer, what word comes before bread? In the Lord's Prayer, what word comes before bread? Number 7. What type of bread is naturally fermented? It's delicious. What type of bread is naturally fermented? Number 8, the last one in the bread section. What type of bread is used to build houses and men at Christmas time? What type of bread is used to build houses and men at Christmas time? Again, you can pause me or you can go over the answers with me right now. Number 1, fairy tale characters that left a trail of breadcrumbs was Hansel and Gretel. That's really taking us back to our long-term memory, right? What makes bread rise? The answer is yeast, Y-E-A-S-T. What type of French bread is shaped like a long tube? A baguette, B-A-G-U-E-T-T-E. What does most bread have that a person with celiac disease can't tolerate? Gluten. Number 5 is a pita pocket, P-I-T-A. Number 6, what word comes before bread in the Lord's Prayer? And that is daily bread. Daily is the answer. What type of bread is naturally fermented? And that is sourdough. Sourdough bread. And finally, I hope you said gingerbread for what type of bread is used to build houses and men at Christmas time. So how did you do with those S's? So we did S's before, and then we did the bread answers. So hopefully you're using your brain. Jokes. Here's some more jokes. They can open things up next month. I'm staying in to see what happens to you all first. Never in a million years would I have imagined that I would go to a bank teller wearing a mask and asking for money. Homeschool, day 1. I'm trying to figure out how I can get this kid transferred out of my class. A lot of parents found out that they really didn't want to homeschool their children. This is a funny joke, and I have shared it before, but it was worth repeating. Because of the coronavirus, we are acting like dogs. We wander around the house looking for food. We get told no if we get too close to strangers, and we get really excited about going for walks and car rides. The dumbest thing I've ever bought was a 2020 planner. And here's your final joke for this segment. I was in a long line at 7:45 a.m. today at the grocery store that opened at 8 o'clock for seniors only. A young man came from the parking lot and tried to cut in line in front of me. Well, an older lady beat him back into the parking lot with her cane. He returned and tried to cut in line again, but an older man punched him and hit him and rolled him away. As he approached the line for the third time, he said, "Listen, if you don't let me unlock the door, I can't let you in." Oh, the trials and tribulations of all that we've had to face, right? All right. So for those of you participating last time, I wonder how it went when you took 5 minutes and counted the thes in a conversation on television. So we were working on our listening skills, multitasking, doing our ticks and writing with keeping track of our score, and also on your focus. So I'm hoping that you did that exercise and that it was meaningful for you. And if you haven't, try it, or if you want, try it again. This week's challenge is different. I'd like you to go outside and take 5 minutes. You can take your egg timer, your cell phone, whatever makes you happy. Sit down in a safe place, close your eyes, and listen. And after 5 minutes, I'd like you to write down all of the different sounds that you heard during those 5 minutes. So not only are you working on gratitude and appreciating the blessing of hearing, but you're also paying attention, you're listening, you're deciphering, you're thinking, you're meditating possibly, and then when you write down your answers, you're working on your short-term memory. So lots of good things with that particular exercise. Here's your quote for the week. Be well, Hakuna Matata, and we thank you so much for joining us today. Stay safe, be well, and we can't wait to see you back at Source Point.